We're here. Literally here.
Yeah, Sam's here. Sam's here for the first time this season. He already found better lighting than me. It's crazy. Nuts.
Just a rookie. He needs to learn how to figure out. You never experimented?
No, I just kind of chilled up here. Well, no, that's a lie. The lights used to be completely off over there. So there used to be like no lights, like that light above you. Yeah, so it was just dark there. So I'd never tested, and I've always just stayed here, even when the lights came back on. In my defense, but maybe I need to start recording over there. Yeah, your lighting's great. I look like a ghost.
Lighting is great. Because every time you show the court, it's like you're in heaven.
I know.
You see, it's the blinding light. What do you need more? What do you need a spotlight for? Watch this. I'm gonna like glow up. Ready? Whoa! What happened?
Yeah. That's kind of me. I guess I do. I wonder if it's better if I move over.
No. First ever mobile stream. We're taking advantage of the wheels on the desk chairs.
Whatever. It's fine. I'll do the cup. You know, I was so pumped to get half 6 Sam. Like Sam likes, but when it lasted 3 weeks, I was less enthusiastic.
Oh, that sucks.
Damn, Philip. That is brutal. There, bro.
See, the problem for me is I got sick on my days off.
Hello. That is tough.
That's even worse. What up, Gerald?
Hello. Thank you, RJ. We appreciate you.
If you're in this stream, it must sound like you're in the club today because you got the bass boosted from both of us today. You can't even mute. You're never gonna escape it. Whoever's talking, you're gonna get the super sick beats.
We do a silent films pregame stream when neither of us talk. We just mute the whole time.
We got to learn sign language, right?
I could trigger Sam real quick. We could both mute and just like play Christmas music the whole time.
Well, they do have the Happy Holidays.
I could play Christmas music in your ears.
Yeah, you have the background music.
I just heard
one of these is the most fire one. I don't think they have it. Oh, Feeding the Ducks is the most fire of all of the.
You're a fan?
Yeah, this is the best of the background hits, I think.
This is the one we used to use for the streams we did. Oh, this is just the intro.
No, that's our intro.
We also used to use it too, but Jack, I did want to say something about Sam Sniffles. That's what I'm. Thank you, RJ.
Much more tuneful. What does that mean?
Loud.
Loud.
Heard, hearable, or whatever.
I'm not as used to it.
I can't wait to see the next Pacers Bucks game. See if Giannis turns an asshole again with JJ on the team again. That was the most funny shit ever.
We have a new rivalry, ladies and gentlemen. The Pacers and the Bucks are same division, and now they officially hate each other because Giannis scored a whole bunch of points and he wanted to keep the basketball. And then some guy on the Pacers scored his first ever points and he wanted to keep the basketball. And he just has better teammates than Giannis because they all went and grabbed the ball. See, if you're relying on Thanasis to do the dirty work for you, I don't know what to tell you. You're not going to get your basketball if he's the one. You're like, hey, can you grab the ball for me? The answer is no. If he could grab the ball, he'd be in the game to rebound.
This is true. The best part about that guy who scored his first bucket, he's like a monster in the G League. Like he is one of the best. He's averaging like, let me double check. That guy is averaging 19 points and 18 rebounds in the G League. He's like the best rebounder in the G League by a mile. He's averaging 6 offensive rebounds a game. So he could get some real minutes for the Pacers at some point. He's a Andre Drummond, some would say.
Some greatest rebounder of all time.
Except he shoots 74% from the free throw line instead. So it's respectable.
He's a better Andre Drummond. See, if he was on the Bulls instead of Drummond, maybe the Celtics did not advance in the tournament.
First game on this is your boarding plan. Where are you headed, Timo? Let us know.
Oh, that sucks.
Gerald, they're both playing. Let me put it in the chat.
Both available. All caps. We are both live here from the game.
Sir.
Trying to hit it.
There it is. Both available to play.
That's good.
Put in the starting fives.
Tonight's a great night. You know, you have everybody healthy. You have a good game, good rematch against the Cavs. It does not look like Mobley will play tonight. He's not listed in Cleveland's starting lineup on the big board. But you do get to see the white jerseys at home. Now, who doesn't love that? This is 2 games in a row the Celtics have decided that they want to be for real. And I'm all for it. The court, actually parquet, jerseys, actually the classic traditional home whites. I may start bawling my eyes out here on the 9th floor.
I forgot Joe Mazzulla used to be Max Strus' coach. He did. This is true. He was asked about it. Mobley is out. New event for the NBA, steel cage hassle matches. Each team enters its biggest hassle and they go head-to-head. Special colored rings to make Silver happy. I wonder.
Who's the Celtics? If you're the Celtics, who do you send? Define asshole.
I don't know.
Like, do you mean like that guy that's just an absolute dog, or you mean somebody that's actually a prick?
I think it would have to depend on the team. Like, I don't think the Celtics have anybody who is going to make those, like they don't have a Draymond, they don't have a Dylan Brooks, but I think they'd probably send Lamar Stevens.
Yeah, I was going to say Lamar Stevens is probably the right guy for that because that man comes to play. He gave
told his own. Maybe you send Pritchard. Send him to the Wolves.
Maybe they just pick somebody they really hate. They're like, I just kind of hope he doesn't come back. Like, if you have like if you're the Knicks, you probably send Fournier because you're like, we really hope he doesn't come back, so we don't have to pay him. Like Fournier, Ben Simmons, Levine's contract would get him in the steel cage too, right?
Mm-hmm. Love Luke, but I don't know how long I can see him out there. Gets no rebounds. I agree sometimes, but this is like not the best time because he was actually good on the glass last game. Like, he was very impactful in the small minutes he played. I think he grabbed 4 rebounds in like 8 minutes on the court, which is really good. I don't know. I think Luke's been fine this season.
That's why he keeps sending Grant. Oh, Grant would have been the first one I would sacrifice if he was still on the team. As soon as he said he was going to make both, right to the steel cage. I want to see Grant versus Draymond right after that.
Am I the only one who thinks Brown and Kristaps are even a little banged up? That's not worth playing them, and they should just take the night off. We were talking about this. Probably, but if they're playing, that tells me that they both want to play and they both feel like they're okay enough to play, and that the team feels like they're willing to play them, if that makes sense. Like, the fact that they're playing means the team feels comfortable enough in them playing. And I mean, those are 2 guys that want to play every night, so they'll obviously want to play. If the team's comfortable with it, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, see, for me, Kristaps would have been the one I was like, does he really need to play? Same calf, same injury. It's starting to kind of get aggravated again. Do you really need to test it on the first night of a back-to-back? So that may be something you keep an eye on for tomorrow's game against Orlando here. Is Kristaps going to do the back-to-back? Horford certainly won't. He's going to play tonight, so you can expect no Al Horford against the Magic tomorrow. Breaking news, we have it first that Horford's out.
It's true. This is true. Is KP on some sort of minutes restriction? I don't think so. No, I think he's fine. He's chilling. Michael said, who was it that got mad at Blake and he just laughed at him? It was Thanasis. That would be Thanasis.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
One of the biggest losers in the NBA, a beneficiary of nepotism, some would say. Thanasis, who went into the game yesterday as the Pacers were getting blown out against Milwaukee. And Giannis was receiving a standing ovation because at the time he had 58 points before he went back into StatPad. And Thanasis thought people were giving him a standing ovation because he got in the game. He kind of like gave a nice acknowledgement to the crowd as he checked in. So
I didn't even know Giannis went into StatPad.
He did. Yeah, he came out with 58 points because when that Thanasis clip was going around, I saw somebody quote tweet and they were like, hey, he only had 58 points. This is before he went back into StatPad.
Good example. Would love to see Stevens. Agree. I'm hoping Lamar Stevens gets some minutes. Me too, but I don't think so. I think they're treating these 2-game series like playoff games and keeping it to 9-man rotations. But I guess we'll see. Fire T-shirt. Someone mock it up and give it to him.
I think if I was Thanasis, I'd probably have more fun with it. Like, I would get in front of the jokes, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, like, I'm out here getting paid $1 million just because of my last name. What's your story?
Respect.
I would go all the way in on my heel reputation, my heel background, and I would let everybody hear it all the time.
Definitely. Reminded me of when Booker padded to 70 points. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Great call back.
Gerald saying Warriors are not so hot right now. Would you guys start a retool or blow it up? I saw a tweet out there the other night when I was coming home that said it feels like the Warriors right now are like the 2013 Celtics. Kind of like still good enough to be up there, but still coming down. And then the follow-up was that 2022 title seems like one of the more unlikely titles ever. And
guess who they won it against? Our boys at Green, who absolutely kicked away the 18th banner. They said, "Oh, we're about to take a 3-1 lead. You sure? No, you can tie it up. That's okay. We'll just chuck a bunch of threes at the end of game 4."
But as far as what I would do, I don't think you can't blow it up as long as Steph Curry's on the team. He's too good. He's still an MVP caliber player. Like, he's still Steph Curry. The question is, do you retool? And at this point, I think you have the best possible thing to retool in Chris Paul. Like, you have that salary to match. I saw a trade today with the Bulls. If they blow it up, that was Alex Caruso and Nick Vucevic for Chris Paul and 2 firsts. And I actually don't hate it. I think Vucevic gives you a little bit of size that they're missing. I think Caruso is a perfect player to fit in there, would play the Dante DiVincenzo role. And as far as first-round picks, again, if you have Steph Curry, you should be able to compete. So I think retooling is the answer if I'm Golden State.
Yeah, it feels like they're caught in between 2 different sets of stars or players. I wouldn't call Kuminga a star, but he's still there. And they really fumbled on those draft picks when they had the chance to kind of retool on the fly, get the next generation of players. They missed on the Wiseman pick. Obviously, at the time, he was the obvious choice, seeing how they didn't have any big man that was a star, a rock-solid option going forward. Then they picked Kuminga when, Franz Wagner was still around in that draft, so they could have had him too. And then they had the Moody pick, and Moody doesn't get a whole lot of run for them either.
He's good, actually. He's having a good season, but it's still an awkward position for them to be in.
Right, like he's still playing behind Curry and Thompson. Like, Poole's out of the way now, so you have a little bit less in front of you.
19 minutes a night.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But if I'm the Warriors, like, are they going to trade Clay? Can you trade Clay if you're the Warriors? I feel like they're in a weird position where they are at that stage where it's like maybe you should give up and just kind of hit the reset button as much as you can. But they also have this weird loyalty to their guys that help them win 4 titles. Like, how do you think Warriors fans feel if Clay gets traded or Draymond? Like, I don't think they would love it, right? Like, I think they'd be kind of pissed.
Yeah.
But then again, like, they might be like over it with Draymond specifically. Like, this man's just out there assaulting people and getting suspended and bringing negative attention to the team. Clay, he really hasn't been the same since he got hurt, but they still have a love for him out there too.
Yeah, I think that's why you utilize Chris Paul's contract and Kuminga. Like, if you do that Chris Paul Bulls trade, and then you send Kuminga and some other contracts to Toronto maybe, and first for OG Anunoby, like you have the pieces to retool on the fly around Steph Curry. Thank you, Andy Helix. We appreciate it.
High praise. What other pregame show is there?
Yeah, I was gonna say
one on TV. I would take that praise if we were better than the TV pregame show. Okay. Yeah. We'll roll with it.
That's what I'm saying, Jake. Shout out, Jake. Go check out First to the Floor. Legend. I think the Warrior fans will be okay with Draymond trade because he's more annoying than the team. I don't know. Michael asking you, how do you feel about the Suns? The mediocre record. They haven't been healthy. I really think the Aiden trade was better for them, though. I think they did.
Big 3. The big 3 has arrived.
No. Wait.
No. Oh, we did the show yesterday, and it was like a big thing that Shams put out. He's like, Suns big 3 is
they lost.
Here. Watch
they lost.
out.
They lost.
Fuck Beal, too, because you can't have a big trade request. Everybody stop everything in the summer and then just not play for the first 2 months of the season.
They lost to the Nets. That they did. I think the Suns will be all right. I think they'll.
We have Buddy Hield on the Jumbotron.
I think they'll be a fine playoff team. Let's see. What are most fragile positions? I think center and bench scoring. If one of those guys go down, we're in trouble. Yeah, I guess. I think the Celtics feel comfortable with the guys who aren't getting minutes, though, too. Like Lamar Stevens, O'Shea Brissett, Donovan. Like, they've played real minutes this season, so they're pretty all right. I think adding another veteran maybe could help them in the buyout market, but I don't know. I'm all right. Yeah.
In the buyout market, you're going to see probably bench scorers become available. I don't know how many centers there are around the league that are on the fringe of getting not cut but bought out by bad teams. is there anybody that really jumps off the page to you? Like Drummond is the only name you can really be like, oh, maybe that guy. But
the only guy that pops out is somebody they can't sign, and it's Mike Muscala.
Even him, like, what is he going to give you other than, like, I guess spacing? But he was on the team last year, and he didn't give you anything. You didn't use him.
Mm-hmm. Well, nobody you're going to get in the buyout market is going to be used in the playoff rotation, just to be clear. Oh, yeah. Jake says no real holes. Konchar's my guy, though. I'd like Konchar, especially as a trade piece moving forward. Big fan. Garrison saying Stevens needs to be out there. SMH. Lamar, I agree. I thought you meant Brad Stevens for a second.
Yeah, put Brad out there. There was that one time where he pump faked the 3 against the Kings, and everybody went crazy on the bench.
Yeah, we need a statement.
Both like Lamar Stevens.
When are your Pistons going to win again?
This is a tough question. They, obviously, like, this isn't what you want for the Pistons. You want them to play much better. But at the same time, like, good job tanking. They are the best team in terms of tanking in the league.
Except they're not trying to.
They play Phil tomorrow, so that's not going to be it. Let me Google their schedule, and I will get back to you.
For those asking in the chat, not that one. Michael said, like an athletic wing that can hit a 3. I wouldn't hate that either. Think the Wizards would cut Gallinari and then Muscala would be nice. Unfortunately, Celtics can't sign either unless they are traded and then bought out, which I suppose is possible, but they can't do that this season. Sam's Wi-Fi works better than the Pistons.
Damn. So, okay, taking a look at the Pistons schedule, right? Tomorrow they play Philly. Saturday they play Milwaukee. Loss.
Okay.
Then, right, Hawks. Now, the Hawks have lost, 4 straight? They lost to the Raptors yesterday. Hawks could be a team that the Pistons beat, but also maybe not. Then they play Utah, which is also another winnable game. The fellas are coming out right now. I don't know how well you can hear me, how terrible my audio is, but we're talking about the Pistons. But they are out on the floor, and they have 2 big, super sick shamrocks out there to celebrate the entry.
Yeah. Jimmy J says, talk about Giannis as a baby. We did this a little at the start. It was kind of funny. Yeah.
The Giannis thing is just hilarious.
It's very funny.
I kind of get it. But I don't think what he went through is enough for him to, like, pout to the media and be like, hey, I was done dirty by the Pacers. Like, I just think, like, I don't know. Who cares? If it's a franchise record for points, I do understand. Maybe you would like that. It's a big honor. Maybe also, like, keep the jersey. You could do that. Yeah. There are so many things you could do. Like,
someone said keep a box score and have the team sign it. That's what Mark Cuban said. Jared saying busy celebrating my anniversary. Happy anniversary, Jared. Thank you for stopping in.
Happy
how was John Collins on the trade block already?
I feel like that was low-key a deal that was just done so he could be flipped again. Because, I mean, does he really fit into what Utah is trying to do? They have a draft pick this year that's only protected if they don't make the playoffs. So if you're the Jazz, are you really trying to compete with this roster? Like, you really don't have your next guy just yet.
He's averaging 14 points, 8.5 rebounds, 48-38 splits. He's actually having an all right season, but I don't know. He just fits awkwardly there, especially with the roster they have, and makes a lot of money. I don't know. John Collins is weird. I wonder what team could take a chance on him. Doesn't play much defense, so that's the problem. John Collins.
I love the playoffs. The playoffs last year where he was trying to guard literally anybody on the Celtics, and it was just the revolving door, or the security guard that's like half checking everybody and he just lets them go through. That meme.
Yep. Henry says Lakers, maybe Lakers. Like the stream, 49 watching. This is true. 49 watching, 6 likes. Bump that up. What are we doing here?
Bump it up for the fellas, and also after you're done with us, go join the Celtics blog Playback Live.
Is that happening tonight?
I believe they're doing one tonight too. Jake, correct us if I'm wrong. But pretty sure there's another one going on tonight. They did one on Tuesday. So if you guys like the playbacks, go hang out with the Celtics blog gang. Jake,
there is one tonight.
Yes.
There is one tonight. Go check that out. Let me put that link in the chat for y'all. Go join the Celtics blog playback. Here you go.
Little fun stats for you on the Jumbotron. Tatum and Donovan Mitchell, exact same scoring average. Tatum, 49% from the field. Mitchell, 45%. And the 3-point percent is exactly the same.
Wow. That is interesting. Excuse me. Let's see. Is it me or does Drew Peterson look like someone who played guard growing up and then hit a growth spurt in college? They threw forward. I said this in the when I did the video on him, reacting to his highlights. He's very comfortable with the ball in his hands. He's a great passer for his size as well. So I think this is probably true. Join us. Yeah, go join the playback for the game. Gerald saying, Sam Cassell after this year should get more head coaching opportunities. He hadn't proved JP and JT post game. He's been in the head coaching mix for a long time. I just wonder where he'll end up going. As far as a head coach, what head coaches are getting fired this season? Do you think that's the question? They can't.
You can see the Wizards like kind of regrouping and going somewhere else. I don't think they love their guy.
Does Taylor Jenkins? Taylor Jenkins can't get fired, right?
I don't think so. I don't think that's fair. I think it's always a possibility that the Lakers fire their head coach Ham if they underachieve because LeBron could just be like, "Hey, his fault, his fault."
I wonder how much leeway Jason Kidd has in Dallas.
Well, nobody's dying, Jack.
It's true, but still. I wonder about
Billy Donovan might just quit.
True.
Jake
That's true. If I'm Sam Cassell, I'd like to take over the Bulls, though. As much as they are a mess right now, if they do blow it up, like you can see the pieces of an all right team. Like Kobe White's playing real well. You're in a big market. You'll have an ownership that's clearly willing to be good, right? So not at its current state, but if the Bulls do trade the Vucevic, Strus, and Levine core, and you can start over with a fresh start, I think that'd be a nice place for Sam Cassell. I wouldn't hate it there.
Ty Lue might not be long for that Clippers team if they really fold.
I don't think he'd be the scapegoat, though, because everyone knows he's a good coach. Chauncey Billups, I think, is one. I wonder, JB Bickerstaff, speaking of the Cavs, I wonder how much of a leash he has in Cleveland with this team.
I don't know.
If they end up
we should ask him.
Steve Clifford in Charlotte. I wonder how much Steve Clifford has.
A switch up there.
Well, this is only a second season there.
Still, doesn't matter.
I agree.
You're trying to have your team be on the up and up, and I suppose Charlotte has been better this season than they were last. Actually, not.
I wonder how long it is before Steve Kerr calls it wraps.
I don't know. Does he even call it wraps, or you just go somewhere else? I guess he can go do TV again if he really wants.
I would bet all of my money that Greg Popovich doesn't retire for at least 5 more years. Wemby's there, he ain't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, and they're not going to get rid of him.
He's got no reason.
No.
I'll be there no matter what is pretty much.
Yeah. Tibbs reached his ceiling in New York. Maybe it's the Knicks, but I think they like Tibbs enough. Either make Pat Williams the second or third option in Chicago for a year, get him the fuck out because he ain't developing it. Yeah, the Bulls just kind of stink. Kerr will take off when Steph leaves. Yeah, agree. Would be hilarious if Spurs get the first pick for a second time.
Spurs also, no, they don't have Charlotte's pick. That's fake, right? It's only lottery protected.
Yeah, no, it's fake. Okay. I will say it would be super funny if the Pistons get the 5th pick again.
That sucks for the Pistons. My Pistons will be back. They'll be back eventually.
Your Pistons. Yeah,
my Pistons are one of those teams. It's just like the league's more fun when they're good.
You're a loser. My Pacers are doing well.
They were good. The Celtics won the title, so I don't know who you arguing with. No one.
Oh man. Let's see.
Pop untouchable and Belichick isn't.
I don't think Pop's untouchable. I mean, I don't think Belichick's untouchable.
Pop has to be on the hot seat after being like, "Hey, don't boo."
I think it's, as far as Pop versus Belichick, though, I think it's very different situations. Like the Spurs very clearly have a path forward, right? Like the
Patriots have Mac Jones and Zappy, right? That's all I got.
They got Juju Schuster. They got Christian Gonzalez. All right, I'm done.
They don't have Patricia anymore. It's
true. Pistons have mid-draft pieces like Ivy is fine. Duran looks promising. They're not playing Ivy. They said, nah. Have you seen the Wingstop meme?
Yes. So if the Pistons win, everyone gets 5 free.
No. Not that. Oh. So on their final score graphics, the Wingstop logo was originally below the score on the bottom, which is the away, like the team that's like the other team, not the Pistons. And someone tweeted out, I really thought the Pistons lost to Wingstop. And then on the next final score, it was moved further below to separate it. And then on the next one after that, it was moved to the opposite corner. And then someone tweeted out, damn, Wingstop's doing everything they can to get away from this team. It was very funny.
Well, at least Wingstop can know that they don't have to give away any wings.
This is true.
That's for sure. We have a great comment from Philip here. Philip says, I was in an elevator with a guy in a Bulls jacket when I had my Celtics one. After silence, I just said it. I'm sorry about the team.
Oh, my God. Wingstop commented on Instagram, we could do 5 free wings for every L because you guys deserve a W. Oh, that's mad funny. Damn, the Pistons are terrible, dude. It's crazy. 21 games. That's got to be – oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Ready? Let me pull it up.
What's this? Oh, you're doing the graphic?
I'm showing you the Wingstop.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a Pistons fan when I watch the Celtics, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, it really does look like that.
Right? And so then the game after this, they put it down at the bottom. And then after that, they're like, all right, let's just go to the other. Let's get out of here.
Poor Cade, he's just the face of losing. He's on all 3 of those graphics.
I know.
Pistons have terrible no chemistry.
Very tough. He's having a good season too. You feel bad for him. He's playing well. I know he has been lately. On the season, he is shooting 42-32, so not particularly, but I think over the last 10 games, he has picked it up and he's shooting let me fact check myself real quick. But I saw a graphic that said all right, Cade's been balling even though they're losing. Let's take a look. Cade last 5 games has been. Okay, well, never mind. I lied to you. I am wrong. He's not efficient.
Are you an idiot?
At all. Yeah. I thought he was efficient. I lied. I saw something on Twitter. Twitter lied to me. I will say, though, it is tough to be efficient when you are literally the only player teams have to worry about guarding.
Well, that's what we talked about when we did the Derrick White video. It was like, if Derrick White was on another team, he'd probably still get his, but I think the splits would go down. I think that's the same for just about everybody. But with that being said, it's very hard to ditch the losing player label when you're also shooting 40% from the field.
Look at Bogdanovich. 20 points, 48, 41 splits.
He's only played, 4 games, though? 5 games?
5 games. Still, though.
Because I stumbled upon that when he played 3 games, and I was like, oh, man, this man's a hoss, even though they keep losing. But I was like, it'll catch up to him.
I mean, the only reason I'm okay with Cade shooting 42-32 is after Bogdanovich, no one else takes 10 shots on the team. So it literally just is him doing anything he can.
Good ball movement.
Yeah. Well, he's also averaging 7 assists, so give him the credit.
He's got the vision.
I will say, it is crazy. I wonder how many potential assists this man's averaging because they suck. And if he's averaging 7 assists on a team that bad, he's got to be missing out. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be missing out on. He could be averaging 11. Let me look.
Bogdanovich finished the year with the Pistons, or is he on a new team?
New team. Yeah, Cade's getting 7 assists on 13 potential assists. Poor guy. Poor guy. RJ, I dug your gift list email. This was one of the best emails we've gotten. I thought that was super funny.
I enjoyed it.
And Mo in the chat. What is happening here?
Just at Henry.
Oh yeah, did he see this?
Michael's just making sure he's awake. He just wants to make sure Henry didn't fall asleep.
Did you see this?
What is this?
Gilbert Arenas basically said if you're only averaging 10 as a 21-year-old, you're bad. I think that's lame as hell.
What did Gilbert Arenas average as a rookie? Do we have that? Pull it up.
He averaged 11.
Well, respect. He probably went and he was like, okay, what's less than me? Okay, 10. Okay, we'll say 10. Gotta respect it, though. Right. He dodged any kind of clapback.
Okay, no. Asar Thompson's averaging 10.5. Arenas averaged 10.9.
Still got him beat.
Yeah. All right. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No.
Wait for
Video
the camera.
In the morning.
Wait, no, it's the other one. I got to fucking. He's over there. Thank you for tuning in.
I was like, what do you mean? I didn't even see you move the thing.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to go get set up for the game. 5 a.m. recap of this Cavs game. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Check out our videos from yesterday. We dropped 3 videos yesterday and 1 this morning. Lots of news, lots of stuff, lots of content for you guys to enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be live again tomorrow for pregame. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch you later. Peace out.
See you.